The hits keep coming, folks. 6.7 egg-laying hens just in the last week are gone. Is this going to impact egg prices? You had better believe it will. Landline phone outages in Iowa take out their 911 center as well as anyone who needs their landline. Reports coming from you guys about shortages at stores, and the IRS having a serious computer problem for months. Yes, friends, we got that and a whole bunch more to talk about. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates from viewers just like you that are sharing with each other what's going on. We really appreciate everyone who has chimed in and chipped in on that. Thanks to you all. And I'm sure you and I truly do appreciate that. If you have an update that you'd like to share with the rest of us, please do just type that down in the comment section of this video or any video. Use the word update and make sure you give us some sort of geographical location if it's relevant. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people who have retirement accounts get out of stocks and bonds and over into gold, silver, or platinum. Physical metals, not little paper stocks, not little electronic tickets or promises of things from banks, but physical metals that are yours. And when you take distribution, you actually don't get cash or money sent to your checking account. You'll actually get in the mail your bars of silver or gold or platinum or whatever you want. If you want to find out more about that, Jonathan and his team would love to have a discussion with you and answer your questions. There's no obligation. There'll be a link at the end of the video for you to contact them. We got big news out of Iowa. I just checked the APHIS, the site from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. 4.2 million egg layers culled because they were exposed to the bird flu. They didn't necessarily have the bird flu, but they took down 4.2 million birds. And of course, a whole bunch of their eggs and smashed them up, buried them in a pit like they usually do. In addition to last week, we lost 1.3 million birds culled in Minnesota. And just the other day, we had about 1 million egg layers that died in a fire in Illinois. This is adding up, friends. When we start talking about 6.7 million egg-laying hens, that's 6.7 million eggs per day less. Actually, more than that, generally speaking. This is, and we're talking about mature hens too. These aren't hens that aren't laying yet. These are hens that are actually laying, or what we see lost across the board. Expect egg prices to bounce upwards because of this, and availability may get squirrely. So let me know what you guys are seeing out there with eggs, because this may not be good. Aldi has this report, which is important for us to hear too. Regarding what you said about the chlorine in water, I wonder if something else is happening. The chlorine in Great Britain's water increased from 2 to 3 years ago. A few months ago, it increased even more, at least in the Southwest, and around a month ago, it increased yet again. Yeah, we are seeing standards changed out there, and this is meaning that that they are upping up the chemical dosage that they're putting in the water, which means more and more of the toxins get to us. So that is a concern. That to keep the bugs from us, they're hitting us more and more. Antibacterial, anti-everything, more chemicals in order to keep the bugs from us. Whereas the fact is that we can tolerate a fair amount of germs, and it's actually healthy for us to have germs around us. Killing all the germs is not the best thing in the world. right? You don't want to kill the bugs inside your digestive tract. You want good bugs in your digestive tract, right? All right, this is from Stephanie. A lack of bottled water in the middle of Tennessee. I didn't check every store in the mid-state area, but they had no bottled water at either the Aldi or the Publix, and that was yesterday that she checked. So is there anyone else out there seeing shortages of bottled water? Let us know. Mark says, a massive landline outage in Iowa, affecting businesses, residents, medical care, and 911 centers. Now, it was blamed on a water line break at a service provider in Des Moines. Cell phones are working for now. And when we start talking about these fiber optic lines that carry a lot of the data for the internet, but then they also carry things like cell phone signals and cell phone data, as well as landlines now. All those things are being run through the same circuits, same wires, and this is becoming more and more susceptible to issues. So all the landlines going down without seeing issues with the internet, without seeing issues with cell phones, is getting a little more rare. That water could have gotten into another line and you would have seen one of those other things blink out as well. Kimberly says, I went to Texas 2 weeks ago and their grocery stores were loaded compared to the ones here in North Carolina, in Cumberland County. I was amazed at the quality and abundance of food and varieties. Sure. I don't know if that's just because you're kind of more bigger cities or whether that really is a North Carolina, Texas issue. But I don't hear too many complaints from the Texas folks. Most of the folks in Texas keep saying, we seem to have what we need here. So they go to the stores and they find their shelves full. Maybe it's the land of prosperity. I don't know. But interesting. HK2 says Sam's Club in Glendale, Arizona. Shelves very low with product across the board, especially the meat case, and some of them are completely empty. Opened a can of Hormel chili with beans yesterday and it was only 3/4 full. Watered down like soup and only 4 beans in the can. I took 3 boxes back this morning, 18 cans total. It's not looking good, friends. So more and more products out there being watered down, less and less being put in each of the cans. This is concerning. Prices going up and the stuff in the cans going down. Tara says BMO, which is Bank of Montreal, has an outage, and this is once again yesterday that the outage was, in Canada as well as the United States. They blame the disruption on a false fire alarm being pulled at a BMO data center overnight. One false fire alarm pull and everyone's app and their banking system suddenly stops working. This seems to be for the app. The ATMs are supposed to be working. They are currently working on restoring the app. This is from St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Now, we see that the app apparently is now back up and working, but transactions are still behind. So transactions that happened during the outage and transactions afterwards may be hindered or slowed down, how fast they'll settle or how fast they'll connect. Colorado Pack Rat says, I bought a dozen jars of mushrooms last week at Dollar Tree. And so far, 3 of them have black mold hidden underneath the lids. All 3 had the lid buttons popped up, which I did not check before I left the store. Check the buttons. So whenever you get in a can that has the little button on the top, give it a little click, and if it clicks, then don't buy that jar, right? If they bounce up and down, the food is no good. And the jars are 2 ounces smaller nowadays. They last year were 7 ounces, and now they're 5 ounces. just more and more shrinkflation happening all over the place. Can do other things, says Northeast Ohio. I work for a long-term nursing facility. It's our truck shipment of Depends, soap, tissues, and other supplies is late, and we've been out of stuff for a week now. Now that's pretty late if it's over a week of not getting supplies. We're seeing more and more supply chain issues out there, aren't we? I'm hearing it from you guys from all over the place. I'm starting to hear some more concerns and real complaints. Claudia says Walmart in Rockland, California is so hit and miss with cat and dog food, it's so bad. And 11th Hour says IRS computer system has been down since March. Now, before you get too excited, you still have to pay your taxes. Still have to pay your taxes on time, even if their computer systems are down. Now, what computer systems? Let's get into that. I have been at battle with the IRS for quite some time over about some money that I owe them. Well, if they say you owe them, I guess you do. And my repayment has yet to be recognized by the computer system. So they're told that they owe a bunch of money. They paid that money, and they're, once you pay it to them, then you can debate whether you should have paid and try to get the money back. But you do need to send it in, right? But they're not processing the fact that they've received this money. We paid in full in early March, and it has yet to be recognized as paid. This is at the end of May, 2 months later. I was told for the third time that the computer system is down just this morning. Again, this was yesterday. If you give money to the IRS, they will certainly cash your check, but are less competent in following through on or basic human services. This country is already done. Stock up and grab a Bible. That's pretty good advice overall. Yep. And so if you guys have updates that you want to send in, please do just type them in any one of the videos on this channel. Make sure it's this channel, not the Poplar Prepper channel. That's a separate channel where we're not doing updates over there. So make sure it's on this channel. If you want to find out more about Genesis Gold Group, if you have questions for them, there's a link right there. Once again, no obligations, just to find out more information from them. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. And if you guys haven't already subscribed over at Poplar Prepper, a few of you have, but a whole bunch of you haven't yet. So go check out Poplar Prepper. You can type in the search bar purple colors on this channel. So if you see the background, it's purple. That's this channel. If you see the blue background, that's Poplar Prepper, more practical, prepping related type content. If you see the yellow background, that is a Bible channel video on this network of Poplarness. All right, friends, once again, Genesis Gold right there, another video from this channel up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.